Just because the boys are in between seasons doesn't mean they can't have some fun.
Aw, yeah, it's that time again for another episode of the Deep Cut Podcast with your hosts, Rottin Roger DeMarco and
Evil Dead Inks. Normally we do a countdown in, so I just hit record when I heard the O.
Oh, no. Oh, so we weren't lying.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't, yeah, see, well, it's been a hot minute. I suppose even for the viewers on the YouTube channel and the listeners on Spotify and wherever you're listening to us, we've been absent for a while. We're in the mid-transition to the next season, but it felt appropriate, right, for us to hop on here and do kind of an in-between season episode and catch everybody up, let everybody know what's going on, get you up to snuff. Because, Evil, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the metrics on the YouTubes, but we are steadily climbing, finally gaining subscribers and listeners and watchers, and we've been kind of stuck for probably a year, so it's kind of nice to see a bunch of new names popping up in comments, seeing a bunch of new just numbers climbing.
I'm just putting it out there that the show has not been really missing for too long, but I have definitely been missing for a good long while, so I'm just going to equate those two things as going together. Is I disappear and numbers go up. I show back up, numbers stagnant.
What I think it is, we said 2026 we're going to be doing a lot of interviews, and we had planned on you sitting right next to me in the cabin doing these interviews, because having two remote guests puts a lot of strain on interwebs and recordings and things of that nature. A lot more things can go wrong when you have two remote guests. So with not having you here, I've been having to do these interviews all on my lonesome, and it's not because you're not here. It's because let's just say it like it is.
Pretty much because I'm not there.
Danny Hassel, the Danny Hassel interview was a really big thing.
Yeah, I was supposed to be sitting right beside you for that interview, because it's Nightmare 4. Mm-hmm. How are we not going to just double team up on Danny Hassel? But it was day before things kind of went awry.
An act of God, as they say.
Yeah. Which in one aspect worked out in my favor, because I really did not get anything for sleep. I remember that night before, so as much as it was a bummer to not be able to be there in person with you and record, I was like, well, I'm gonna go back to bed.
Yeah, I need the rest. And I totally get it. And we're going to plan and get stuff sorted out so that you will be able to be here before summer starts. And we'll batch record. We got some interviews that we're going to try and line up and things like that. Interviews will stay kind of this format where we're just normal us. But we are ushering in an undead era, and I'm pretty hyped for it. Not a lot is going to change with the show, just a few little tweaks here and there, but I wanted to catch up the folks that are new. Also, I just want to say welcome. Thank you for checking us out and finding us and sticking around and clicking that subscribe button and all those things that you do when you find a new channel or whatever. But we've been around for a hot minute, Evil. We've been doing things for 5 years? Has the podcast been going on for 5 years?
The podcast started as a Patreon exclusive thing that was like a once or twice a month or whatever it was kind of deal, because it's evolved, it's mutated. Because it started with you just doing reviews on YouTube of cinema, and then you wanted me to come in and do some as well.
Yes.
And then it morphed into doing live shows, and then it morphed into doing live shows with like Friday the 13th gameplay footage, and then doing live shows covering specific movies and specific topics, like aliens and Bigfoots and Yetis.
Yes, the We Want to Believe block.
AI girlfriends and testing those limits, and now it's morphed into kind of a mix of the both because it's podcasts, but you also wanted to start making a theme of those for a video aspect as well. So it's gone through a lot. I've had a lot of things change in my setup down here that would never have happened a decade ago.
Yeah.
I would not a decade ago have been planning on having a microphone set up with all this around me you can't see at the moment, but none of this shit would be here.
Oh, they can see it. They can see it for sure. There'll be a video version of this as well.
You don't need to do that. Then they're just looking at me.
Which is, let's bring that up, okay? So the podcast did start out as audio only, like you said, and you said, we started bringing in this video element. The video podcast world is so different from just the audio podcast world, because then, we have to actually worry about lighting. We have to worry about our set deck and things like that, and it might not seem like we have to, but we do. And it adds a weird little component to prepping and being ready, because when it's an audio only podcast, you can have your notes all in front of you and be as unprofessional Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
I like to be able to have all of my things.
I will even go as far as to say I prefer it sometimes.
Yes, I do too, man. It all depends on depends on the day.
I don't even have to put pants on for this.
That's right. I'm not wearing pants right now. The camera can't tell. The camera's cuts off at my waist. But I wanted to let the listeners out there that are finding us for the first time know we started out and we were covering just random individual movies, and then we switched into franchise territory. And I have a list of the franchises that we've covered. So if anybody wants to dip back and check out any of those franchise episodes, here's just a quick rundown. We've covered Pumpkinhead, we've covered Ghostbusters, Scream, The Gate, House of a Thousand Corpses, the trilogy,
Firefly trilogy.
Yeah, the Firefly trilogy, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Hatchet, Poltergeist, Pet Sematary, Maniac Cop, Halloween, Evil Dead, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. We've covered a litany of franchises, and then we've also done our oddball one-off episodes, and then we started ushering in podcast episodes that were specifically audio only, that were in between movie coverage, where we had kind of a looser format. And I think with the new Undead era, you're going to get kind of a mix of both of those things. You're going to kind of let us be ourselves. We'll cover movies, we'll cover specific topics, but it's gonna evolve even more, and I'm excited to be able to do that with you. And I'm stoked that so many people are checking us out. It's awesome to have new listeners, new ears, and new eyes on us.
I don't know what we're going to be doing in 2 or 3 years, but I imagine it's going to be probably vastly different from what we're already currently doing. But who knows what'll be included then?
Yeah, you never know, because on top of all of that stuff, we also have filmed short films. We filmed a feature film. I can't even name all the stuff that we've done.
We got a pile of music videos that we got into a habit of making. Those over like summer a couple of years ago.
Good times.
We have done a few Halloween. We did one Halloween special, but we have done a couple of videos that are on the channel of just us throughout our Halloween day, just making short videos, and then you was compiling them into a side by side of how our Halloween nights went about.
Yes, we've also done some filming locations, because
just one so far, but I'd like to do more.
Yeah, I would also love to do more. That requires travel, and eventually we'll do that. But
I'm working, as soon as we pick a time where we have both the coin and there's not some kind of pandemic or massive unpaid TSA agent battle going on.
Yeah,
There is always the game plan of me making it out to LA so I can get, of course, a shot of the Elm Street house.
Oh, yeah.
Halloween house.
They're on the same block, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think they're walking distance of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the big one that I'm going for is the Lincoln Heights jail, where the basement is where all the boiler room scenes were filmed for the original Nightmare. And if you have to hunt a little bit, because there's a lot of people on YouTube that have gone through and done abandoned exploration of this abandoned jail, but nobody seems to make it to the basement except a few people.
Are they
and
scared of it?
It's pitch black, but the few bits you see that I don't know, it amazes me. I don't know if it amazes anyone else ever, but there's some side-by-side pictures you can see of how it looked in 84 filming and how it looked today, and it is almost a match.
Yeah.
Everything is still as is. Steps coming down the stairs, the spiral staircase they walk down, where Freddy emerges from. There's all these side-by-side shots, and it's like nothing has changed. There's not even graffiti in these areas. Or trash.
Don't say that out loud. You said that out loud. You jinxed it. Some asshole. You know? Oh, there's no... I'm going to go fresh tag it up with whatever. B-Boy Dilly or whatever their fucking name is. They'll go tag it up and draw a dick and a swastika and all the stuff that you guys are used to seeing.
Oh, then I know that so they have listened to our show then.
Yeah, you bastards.
Because it hasn't happened in 40 plus years. And somebody listens to this like, well, shit.
We're the
I've got
cause.
a can of spray paint and 3 extra hours and a flashlight. Might as well ruin his day whenever it happens.
Yeah, hey, and speaking of traveling, you know, my wife and I have also discussed, because I want to go, and I'm running out of time. I want to go to Pittsburgh and go to the Monroeville Mall. And I believe that it's getting torn down and turned into a Walmart. The last time I heard anything, and there was like people signing petitions to like, hey, don't tear this mall down. It's like a cultural land, you know, whatever they call that, a landmark. Like, leave it be. So I want to go to Pittsburgh and I want to see that mall. I want to see the, you know, the road where the opening of Night of the Living Dead. I want to see the cemetery, all of that stuff. And that's been one thing we've been wanting to do for our anniversary for a really long time. But like you said, pandemics, all kinds of hooplery gets in the way. So hopefully
we get a bit better options of doing the Chicago tour, because it's a bit easier to drive. It's still a long drive, but still it's drivable to get to Chicago. So if I make it there, I'm gonna be, of course, I know you're not a fan, but that's okay, because I always will be. I'll be doing a Blues Brothers filming locations of a few things there that are still identical, like the bridge they jump over, the bridge they run the these off of. And I want to say when Elwood runs the yellow light sign, the funeral home sign that is in the shot looks exactly the same. And of course, I want to get, the only time I'll ever want to impersonate I'll go to Wrigley Field at night and be in front of their sign in front of the stadium and get that, you know, shot that makes you look 12 feet tall, because Henry Gibson's 4 foot nothing. And get that shot as well. So there's eventually there will be the Lincoln Heights jail on the list, but there's a more likelihood of a Blues Brothers Chicago run first.
It's only 6 hours from us, I think, like roughly. So if you,
I'm still like, that's 12 hours on the road.
Yeah, but I mean, if you were to come,
because everybody's like, it's only 6 hours there. Like, yeah, but you gotta drive back.
So what you do is you come here, you stay here for a night, and then you leave and go to Chicago, and then when you come back, you come here and stay for a night. And then that way you only have like a 2-hour drive home. So you have like time to sit and chill, and then you don't have to pay for a hotel room because you got to us.
That's not too far off from how my trip to Texas went for all in.
Yeah.
Like, we'll stop halfway and finish it up tomorrow.
Dude, driving across Texas is miserable. If I've learned anything from watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, I know it's huge.
It was fine for me. Of course, we had nice air conditioning and not in the elements of the heat of summer, but not really in the summer mode yet. We're in the early bits of spring, which being in the early bits of spring, we've been waiting. I thought for sure we'd be getting more gameplay footage, but we've gotten like someone filming shit on their phone gameplay footage. Halloween the game has been played at the PAX Southwest con event, whatever you would say it is, along with the Guinness record setting of 200, and I think I saw it was 254 Michael Myers is in one location.
I saw the picture of one real portly Michael Myers right up front.
I've seen a few photos, a couple of videos, and then I've seen the awesome display at this PAX event where they have the Myers house and the hedges. So good. And they have laptops and controllers set up on the hedges so people can play the new game. And even though it's garbage footage,
I still was watching it.
I was like, I know I was watching it. I was tuning in, as I know you were, when Slash and Cast were filming things there, talking with Ilphonic.
I sent you a snap. I had watched that whole hour-long panel.
Man, is this, I'm really feeling the true successor to Friday the 13th and righting every potential wrong that came about with Evil Dead, Killer Clowns, and especially Texas Chainsaw. Oh, yeah.
This looks... And again, I mean, I've said it for the people who listen, long-term listeners, but new people, I'm not a gamer. I hate wasting time on video games. I'm going to waste a lot of time on this video game. This has pulled me in. Just what we were able to see on PAX. And obviously, they're keeping their cards pretty close to their chest. They're not letting us know a whole lot. So, we're getting to see just a bit.
We got that 8-minute video, though, that they put out, and they kind of gave us a pretty good amount of what to expect, and that's really been a driving force. And because I know I sent that to you. You had already seen it. I sent that to another buddy of mine that I game with, and he's really, he is super into the whole concept of what they're doing here.
I tell you what,
I think this is righting every single wrong we had going.
We're getting a squad together. We're getting the squad back together, baby. I have not been this excited for a game. I'll tell you, Killer Clowns excited me. I played it twice. Texas Chainsaw excited me. I played it like half a one. Never got to play Predator.
Predator's still fun.
Yeah.
That actually just got a big, it was a couple weeks ago. It had I guess it was a month and change now ago. They had a big sale where they had it for just a few dollars, so I picked it up at the same time I picked up Ready or Not, which has really been more the obsession the past month and change is playing that. But Predator was a lot of fun. I can play it solo as either a member of the Commandos or the Predator. I don't have to necessarily play with other people. Only bummer is when I'm playing as one of the soldiers, I'm only fighting other humans I never actually see. I don't even know if there is a bot playing the Predator. If there is, I've never seen his ass.
Never come across him.
Not once. So I don't know if but that's actually not really deterred much of the gameplay of it. I'll flip between one or the other, and it's fine.
Yeah. So does that mean you're getting used to playing first-person games?
I've never been opposed to first-person games. Predator is interesting because you're first person as the soldier, but you're third person as a predator.
Oh, nice.
So it's kind of the reverse of Dead by Daylight, where you're first person as a victim or first person as a killer, and you're third person as the victim.
Speaking of that, I really like that aspect of the Halloween game where we can pop into first person and do the stalk mode.
Oh yeah, where
I like
you gain power by just staring at some motherfucker through a window.
I'm telling you, you are going to rack up the points. You're going to rack up the terror. You were good at that in Friday the 13th. So just,
when it was
immersion.
But it was absolutely for no stakes at all. You get nothing for it. Now you're gonna reward me for being like this.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be the only thing that's gonna be both. That's gonna be a double-edged sword because it's gonna be equally awesome, and it's going to annoy me at the same time because the amount of you watch the amount of reaction videos of people getting the shit scared out of them.
Oh yeah,
and streamers for the most part like to be really
animated,
really like to sell that jump scare between the stalking that you're gonna have to do and that shape jump that you can only do when you're in the shadows and no one is around to see you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to just float inside fucking houses, just be behind somebody while they're I love that shot of him is flipping the light switch off while a dude's cooking. Yeah, you're cutting power lines, you're turning off lights, you can cause like mini blackout areas. Have you seen him throw I keep wanting to say the trident, but it's the pitchfork.
I have not seen that.
Yeah, somebody put up gameplay footage where you can grab a pitchfork and he literally like lawn darts it at a dude.
Killed a guy with a trident. Saw that.
It doesn't actually kill him. It knocks him down and does a lot of damage, but it's kind of fun to see him holding it kind of with one hand, then he flips it up like he's gonna, and he javelins that shit at it.
Yeet.
Yeah, he eats it. Like everything about this is gonna be phenomenal. And I love that you can't fucking kill him.
Yeah.
But next thing you can beat him up to the point where
get him arrested. He's sitting in the back of the cop car in that fucking cut footage. I did see someone. They killed one of the NPCs, and then Michael was doing the thing where he carries the body, and then put the body in a closet. And we talked about that when we did 2 podcasts back to back, part 1 and part 2 of what we wanted to see, what we were hoping to see, and all this stuff. And that's one of the things you and I were like, wouldn't that be dope? Imagine carrying a body and then chucking a body through a window. Well, guess what? You can do that shit. Boom.
I don't know if we can chuck it through a window, but
I watched him chuck it into a closet, like really hard. So I'd imagine you could aim at the window.
I'm gonna throw a body at a moving car.
Yeah. From up in a treehouse. I'm good son in that shit.
It's going to be an aspect of the game is not knowing where he has been and what he has done. That I think is going to be, for me, it's going to be a saving grace for that impulse of like Dead by Daylight and even Friday the 13th to a degree of rush.
Mm-hmm.
Rush.
Go.
I'm not able to. Is it weird? I want to be able to enjoy the
ambience,
the game, the ambiance, the gameplay itself.
Yeah, no.
Adding the NPCs is really going to slow that shit down.
Yeah.
Because the aspect is you're supposed to try to save as many people as you can. And I thought when they first did that little bit where they're going to highlight 3 people that are more XP, like these are prime target people,
right?
That Michael was going for. They're not necessarily the players.
Yeah,
they're
they could
NPCs
be anybody. Yeah.
You gotta find. So trying to find specific people, trying to convince them to leave, and then escorting people, which that in itself is going to be its own
a nightmare.
Fun headache.
That's going to be terrifying.
And there's so many ways that they're going to change up where everything is every single match. Mm-hmm. So your escape methods are not going to be the same. And even like some of the basic ones, like just like Friday, you're going to be able to repair a car, but you got to find the keys. It's going to make a lot of noise. And the one I really liked was the gate that you can escape through. They implored that Friday or that Killer Clowns thing where you got to clear the gate off of all the shrubbery.
Yeah.
Which I like that aspect of real life. Hate doing that shit, clearing off all the brush and shit around it. But then you got to either find the padlock key or the bolt cutters to cut the padlock off.
Right.
So adding all these extra steps and bringing in NPCs, so I'm not rushed to, like, if I don't kill these 4 NPCs, I feel like I failed. If I can just kill a couple of NPCs, I'm still going to be a happy guy.
Yeah, and maybe kill a cop, because you can convince cops to come patrol, which we saw that in the footage. 2 cops walking with flashlights, which I love the flashlight aspect. They showed that clip of the flashlight hitting Michael in the face and him putting his hand up.
Yeah, that's amazing. And not just, they let us know that it is going to be a Dr. Loomis coming back like
Tommy.
Yeah, like Tommy Jarvis. But also you can come back as a deputy.
Yeah.
Or maybe a couple deputies. So that's going to increase the game each match a little bit longer and keep you as engaged, so you're not just either one like Dead by Daylight, it's just like rapid fire, you're going through 101 matches in 3 minutes, or you're playing Friday the 13th and you're on for 2 matches over an hour, and if you're dead in the first few minutes, you have a 1 in 8 chance of coming back, as opposed to 4-on-1. So you got a pretty good shot you're going to be the one coming back as one of these.
I got a feeling that the way that the game plays out is really going to it's going to satisfy us 100%. It's going to satiate all the needs that we have. When we played Texas Chainsaw and you still had this problem, I mean, they're shutting the servers down, like they're done supporting TCM. Yeah, that happened fast, but like every time you played TCM, you could not catch, like you couldn't catch your breath, you couldn't get the lay of the land, you couldn't make any progress. It was just
you had to hit the ground running and know exactly where you were going and what you were doing.
And I think
there's
the stealth aspect,
never enough time.
Yeah, and I think the stealth aspect of the Halloween game, which they took some of that from Texas Chainsaw, they took some of that from Friday. They're kind of cherry picking all the things that worked for their other IPs and kind of putting them in a blender. And now we got that Ghostbusters flavor too, of talking to NPCs, getting NPCs to like do what you want.
Like those timed mini games. Like you got to hit right buttons at the right moment, which is really kind of a Telltale thing. But doing that to convince them, and if you fuck it up, you're not going to be able to convince them. You got to try again. That's taking more time away.
It's going to make every game, it's going to make every single round you play different. And that's, I mean, and for all the flaws Friday the 13th had, which you and I were ride or die, still am ride or die. If it would, the servers would juice up today, I'd be like, let's play, let's go, let's get the squad together and let's go. For all the faults that game had, we were so loyal and locked on. And I think that Halloween is finally, like, they've worked out all the kinks of everything that they've had, and they're like, this is the one. And the single player aspect, the campaign, is the real big anchor to where, like, well, if the multiplayer fails, we still have a full game.
Which they didn't mention a word of. I just now realized that when you were talking, I was like, oh yeah, that whole 8-minute video that they put out, that sizzle reel, that's all multiplayer. They didn't even touch on what the campaign is.
And it's gonna be the shit. Rest assured, it's gonna be the shit.
A lot of people are hesitant. I've seen that they are gun shy going into another one of these asymmetrical horror multiplayer games because they think they've been burned by Ilphonic and Gun Media 3 times over. And I'm like, I to a degree on some of those games like the Evil Dead and Texas Chainsaw, but I think they're probably in that mindset of what you were just saying, of they saw what worked, what didn't, and 3 or 4 previous, avenues, taking all those things that worked, taking a property that's never really seemed to have a copyright issue, apparently, and all right, let's let it roll.
And here's the ace up the sleeve. Right there in the PAX, whatever, that hour-long interview, John Carpenter, right there. Not as, he's still very John Carpenter. He's not overly enthused. But like, he is a gamer. Yeah, but he's a gamer. He's endorsing this. I mean, he's the granddaddy. Like, this is his thing. So for him to be there, had Sean Cunningham and Victor Miller been there when Friday the 13th was, being announced, I think we would all had been a little bit more like, okay, this isn't going anywhere. But like you said, no rights issues with Halloween. John Carpenter on board. And John Carpenter has famously said, like, every time they make a new Halloween movie, something wonderful happens. I stick my hand out and a check just floats down into my hand. He's an old gamer. He only likes Halloween 1. Even though he got drunk and wrote Halloween 2, he hates Halloween 2. But he loves Halloween 1. It's his baby. So for him to endorse this game and say it feels like Halloween 1 and made sure that they did everything they could to make it sound like or feel like Halloween 1, I feel a little bit more at ease knowing it's not going to get taken away, whisked away from us, 7 months in or something.
And they just said one word, and the mind is a flutter with different possibilities. But they did say one of those buzzwords of customization.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be customization? Who knows? To the maps, to the players, or could it also be could they take the Friday the 13th Avenue, and could we get different Michael Myers
100%
get-ups you could be from each of the movies?
100%. And we're also going to get costume packs. We're going to get outfit changes. We're going to get all kinds of cool stuff. And okay, I completely glossed over this.
Are we going to get any players, any of the real people? Are we going to get anyone from the film?
Oh, we're getting Annie for show. For show. We're getting that for show.
That's all.
I wanted to say, because I completely glossed over it because it's not a Gun Media or Ilphonic property. But one thing that Dead by Daylight has that I don't know any of the Ilphonic games that did is kind of like that, like your skill tree where you could unlock different things.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so Friday the 13th, we had some stuff that we could unlock, but not so much to like, perks, but not so much to like super build out a character. And we also didn't get like a weird, pull a card from a chest type of deal and get caveats to your character. And that's one of the things that they showed in that PAX thing where, you get these cards and it could be like your leg is injured.
Somebody that's really good at negotiating with NPCs, so it's like 3 clicks and you've got them on your side. Or
start the match injured though is one, and stuff like that. Like that kind of stuff. Again, every game will be different because it's going to add an element of god damn it, or
unpredictability.
Yeah, and I love that. Imagine you start out hurt, and then so you're slower at everything. You don't want to be slow.
I feel like I know half the answer. So let's say we get all the different Myers from the different films you could be.
Mm-hmm.
People who don't know, who are you going to take? Who's going to be your go-to standard Michael?
Oh, I'm part 6 all day.
I'm gonna be the weird guy and
4.
take part 4.
I figured you'd be 4. Which, hey, guess what? We're the same guy. George B. Wilbur.
Just had a few more cheeseburgers.
Yeah. Hey, that's fine. I like a portly
What about
Michael?
Now, if you were to pick any human, regular, survivor from the films to put in the game, who's your top? We'll say 3. You have 3 people that you would want to rotate between for the survivors. Because you mentioned Annie. I'm taking Annie for sure.
Mm-hmm. Grady. Is it Grady?
Grady from 4.
I always get his name. I brought this up in the podcast. Is it Grady? Is it Brady? Because sometimes it feels like they're saying Grady. Sometimes it feels like they're saying Brady. Whatever that guy's name is.
I think it's Grady.
Grady. Okay, I'm Grady.
I want to say it's Grady.
Yeah. Sounds cooler than a Brady.
Yeah, that's a bunch.
Well, probably couldn't be I couldn't be Meeker. Although that would be the shit. Sheriff Meeker from 4. 4 has a lot of fun characters.
I was gonna say, would you want to be the preacher?
Oh, yeah.
No, well, of course you should have Bucky as an option.
Oh my God, yeah.
He has the perk of restoring the power in two bits.
If you cut the power to the town, does an NPC electrical worker show up?
If anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be the folks that are working on this. It's gonna be the ones.
If we don't find a fucking white hard hat with the name Bucky on it somewhere on the map, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
How about, what if you could be Earl?
No way, no how.
You thought you said it was Myers.
I'd probably be. What I want to play is
The radio DJ. Like, I honestly think I want to put the radio DJ in the top three.
from fucking Ends.
No, from Curse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, what are you fucking talking about? Are you talking about Willie the Kid from Ends? Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
No, Darcy the Marrow Girl.
Yeah,
the first
that's
line
true.
of security.
Probably, maybe Bud from Part 2.
Oh, yeah. The most bold man in the whole franchise. I did also see that there's perks of drinking and smoking weed in the game.
I saw footage of someone drinking.
I saw somebody that was lighting up, and I keep thinking, because of how they're dressed, that it's what's her name from Friday the 13th?
Oh yeah,
the biker gal we got. I can't remember her name
Fox.
now. Fox, yes.
I did
see.
What
the fuck Fox is doing here smoking?
If you find bottles or cans of soda, that gives you health.
I did see you could throw. Somebody was carrying a baseball, and I saw somebody throw something at Michael.
Hit him in the fucking shoulder. It was so good. Hey, asshole, over here. That's me. That is me. That's what I'm doing. You know how I played Friday the 13th, so I'm gonna be the guy that is like, save the NPCs. I'll be right behind you.
Oh no, if they put a baseball bat in there too, we are going to set up where I'm going to pitch the ball to you. And you're going to try. That's going to be, we're here to save you. All right, line up the pitch.
Yeah, we're at the park.
Foul tipped off Michael.
Which in that there's one clip where one of the characters runs through a park and like under a jungle gym. So there's a park. So yeah, we'll be hanging out at that park. You'll be pitching me balls, and I'll be trying to hit home runs and break windows in the neighborhood.
I know you can dive too, because I saw a gameplay of a dude that did like just like Dead by Daylight does, like a leap through, like how you would leap through a window, kind of like you would in Friday the 13th, but damage yourself. But he did it over like a hedge.
Oh, nice! A little tuck and roll.
Did a whole like barrel roll over a hedge, and I was like, okay. So you're able to do that. You're able to run.
You're also able
power
to
walks,
ride a bicycle, which is a really fun, and that makes sense, right? Because cars,
but it's funny at the same time.
Yeah, but it's fast. It's faster than walking, but obviously not
NPCs.
Yeah, not as like OP as a car. But the thing about the car, which I really like, especially since we're keeping in with Halloween 1, Michael can get in and hide in the cars. Now, they have not said if he can drive a car, which I'm praying to God they don't let him drive a car in the multiplayer. Because he would just be running people over, and it would take away, you know what I mean? That'd be the first exploit I would do. I'd just be like, fucking run them over. If I can't warp into the light and grab a hold of them, I'll just chase them down the road,
Now I was initially on board with what you were saying, but now thinking of that, I kind of want him to be able to do that once.
I bet you he can in the single player.
The campaign.
Yeah, for sure he's going to be able to drive. I like the idea of you thinking a car is a safe space. So you're fixing the car and you go to leave, and then it's dark in the back seat. So you can literally shift, or is that, I think that's what it's called, shape jump right into the back of that car and smoke them just like he smoked Annie. And I think that adds a whole other level of unpredictability, terror.
That is entirely going to be a couple of people. I'll probably do that at least a few times where I'm just going to sit in the back of this car and just wait. Even if I just kill the one person that's like, I haven't seen them the whole match. And then they're just going to try to take the car, and then that's when I'm going to get them. Like, I may just kill one person, but it's going to be well worth it.
It's going to be clip worthy. Turn that bitch into a short. Million views, here we come.
My shorts will be a flying.
Oh, dude.
Metaphorically and physically. Because I love recording my clips, putting them on my mini YouTube channel, which I just put up gameplay shorts all the time of either it's been Sniper Elite, now it's been Ready or Not. But
yeah, hey,
Friday,
plug that real quick. What is your YouTube channel? So if people want the gameplay footage. I did want to bring up a couple of things, man. Real life things.
Yeah, it is Evil Dead Inc. 6128. I've only got one regular video, and it was like a test video I did of us playing Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just been a shit ton of shorts that I put on there. But I've been dabbling and going back to streaming on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, when I see something that's just really good, I'll go back and clip that shit, and then I'll edit it and put it up on the channel.
Nice. Yeah, so definitely follow him, because if I can't get gameplay figured out for this channel, it will be flying over to the Evil Dead channel. And there will be a ton of shorts, because like you said, you make shorts, you do a lot of crazy Sniper Elite stuff and Ready or Not stuff, but there's going to be a lot of Halloween stuff coming. So brace yourself.
Oh, there will be. It's going to break at least one person's heart, because he's very much into loving playing Ready or Not on our Friday nights, and he might be the one lone holdout to get to switch to Halloween. But who knows? Maybe because everyone else is doing it, maybe we can peer pressure him into joining as well.
I had a question I wanted to ask you, Evil. This is on some real life shit. This is kind of a weird thing that I have noticed, or at least for me. So I wanted to ask you, because I don't think I've ever asked you anything like this. Do you have like a weird connection with some sort of random, like, inanimate object in your house that is like, this is mine, I only like this? Like, for example, I will use this as an example. We have a bunch of cups that we got. They're glass cups that are horror movie themed cups that Walmart was selling one year, and I have one that's all the Universal monsters is on this cup. And whenever I'm like, I want a cup of water, like, I go for that cup. I'm like, this is my cup. That's just a weird thing. It's like, this one is mine. There's no like rule that no one else can use it or whatever, but like, if I'm gonna have a cup of beverage, that's the cup I go for. And we have multiple, we have like a Chucky one, we have a Jason one, we have a Freddy one. Now, in real life, so my daughter has moved out, and my daughter had a tendency to hoard dishes in her room, like any typical fucking gross teenager. And she also has like a weird fixation with like fidgeting with things, picking at things. So I get this cup back, and the entire Universal Monster decal that's like whatever it is, however they put it on the glass, is like picked almost unrecognizable. It's like a weird flat matte gross thing now. And it's like, my wife is like, just use the Freddy one. And I'm like, I don't want to use a Freddy one. This is, you know what I mean? Like, I have like a weird connection, and I'm like, this is my cup. I like this cup. They're all the same, but like, so I didn't know if I'm alone in that, or do you have like
it, but this one is mine.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I didn't know, like, do you have something like that where you're like, this is my couch cushion, like, this is where I sit, or this is my whatever. I just didn't know if other people lived like that, because I do. I'm like, this is mine, and I'm sad that it's messed up, and now I gotta wait until Halloween and see if they reprint it and then buy another one.
Yeah, you're not alone. There's definitely a few things that kind of hit that category, but if we're gonna stick with the same theme of food and beverage related, there is. We have many different types of bowls.
Okay.
Glass and I have brought over that I used to use back in the younger single days that made its way over. But they're these just basic ass plastic bowls that have like wear and tear inside the bowl.
Yeah, like where you've scraped and stuff.
Yeah, where it's like a bit frayed. You can definitely see, unless you're hardcore watching this for an hour and a half straight, you can see some of the like lines from pasta.
Marinara will never go away.
Yeah. I only really like using those bowls for anything I'm gonna eat out of a bowl. Cereal, soup, or chili. And I think there's 3 of them.
Okay.
They're all dark blue. And when the wife is serving something out of a bowl, I'll take whatever bowl she gives me. But anytime it is up to me or there's leftovers and I'm in charge of shit, if I don't have one of those 3 bowls that it happens to be clean, I'm going to clean it out of the dishwasher and use it, or I'm just going to eat something else. I just will not. I refuse to use to me, it feels all the other bowls feel smaller, even though they're the same size. They're smaller.
That's what I'm saying.
When I use it in the microwave, they're not scorching hot on the bottom. There's a little bit of resistance to it. I just like the grip and feel of these particular bowls.
I'm telling you, I was saying, like, I didn't know if I was alone in that, man, but there are just certain things where you're like, we're literally Garth. Like, I fear change. This is mine. I like this. I'm comfortable with this.
I'm already petrified that I just last year got an Xbox X, and I'm already seeing how people are like, man, can you believe we got to wait till 2027 to get the newest consoles? And I'm like, Jesus Christ, can't we give this a good 5-10 years before we decide to jump into another fucking console?
Like the PS2 era. Like, let that bitch breathe. Or even
which I saw somewhere that was ranked the best console of all time was Probably. The PlayStation 2.
Yeah, it lasted forever.
And I was like, it did. And I'm also not a fan that the newest console, although it's going to be essentially a PC that you're buying that is a gaming console, but those fuckers are going to be estimated like $1,200.
Of course. Why not?
A system.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, I would like to think that those will last PlayStation 2, Xbox 360 level time frames, but I know it's going to be like 3 years and they're going to throw out another one.
Oh, yeah. That's how it's going to be, man, because they know. They got suckers on the line. That's just...
Yeah.
And they got you. Hook, line, and sinker.
But this all-day sucker is down to his soggy white stick, because I'm not going to be jumping off until there's just no options left at all. I'm already 2 years behind on any WWE games. I just stopped entirely there. I was like, 2K24, I was like, I'm going to just hold right here. I'm not going to get the next year's.
I think we're
now we're already at the
2K20.
Yeah, now we're at 2026, and then fuckers are between $70 and $150 for the game, and you got to pay more if you want to just, like what I do. I don't really play online with folks. I like just having all the guys unlocked and just making up my own shows.
Yep.
And just playing all my own in my own head seasons. I would have to pay extra money if I want to be able to get all the roster guys that they have available.
Yeah, fuck that. I've seen some videos about how the monopoly that is the new WWE game, and I say nay to that.
It's TKO, man. They're pulling every bit out that they possibly can.
Again, bleeding you dry.
I just saw you were talking about suckers that'll pay for it. They had a WrestleMania package where you pay, I think it was $10,000. And you get to tour Cody Rhodes' bus.
Yeah, his RV. Yeah, I think I saw that too. I was like, what the fuck?
And that shit's sold out. I was like, you got to be ribbing, man.
Yeah, There's he rents that motherfucker. Just go to the damn place where he rents the RV and be like, I'm thinking about buying one. And climb up in that bitch and look around and then go, I was just fucking around.
Yeah. Play down straight while you're in there, have some Wheatley American vodka, and bleach your hair, and you've had the Cody Rhodes experience on an RV. I'm like, you got to be out your damn mind.
People are, man. People are marks.
And that's
literally where that term comes from. They know.
That I just don't. To go way further back, we're talking John Carpenter. It is on my wish list. I do intend to get it. It is like third in line right now on my wish list, but his Toxic Commandos came out super recently, and it started on PC, and I have a buddy that is a PC gamer, TA exclusively, and I shot that info over to him, and he started playing when it was beta testing, and he's like, this thing's amazing.
It's just a zombie game, yeah?
It is just a zombie game, but it's, man, fighting the hordes that like are World War Z level style hordes. And he has those skill trees in there.
Yeah.
For your players. And you can customize stuff for vehicles and all that. And told me he's had a blast playing that game. So I was like, well, I will add it to my list, but it is currently sitting behind, even though it's not physically in there yet. I will be acquiring the He-Man like arcade game that's coming out at the end of next month. That looks really good. It looks basically like they took Golden Axe and He-Manified it.
Which, I mean, Golden Axe is He-Man, essentially.
It is, but you just make it all He-Man. It like, think that that Ninja Turtles arcade game we really like playing, but just He-Man stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm definitely picking that up.
I saw the Kevin Smith has a side-scrolling beat 'em up with.
They do. I just added that to my wish list. It's like $20 right now, but it's released, of course, on 4/20.
Of course.
It looks goofy, and I'll wait for that to be on a really big sale before I pick it up. Like, I want it, but I do not want to pay very much for that one.
I think more people of like the niche communities and weird things like that need to do side scroll beat 'em ups. I think that's genius.
Like I've told you that Terminator 2D No Fate game I picked up, that is the arcade game that we wished we would have had in 1992.
Yeah,
I can't wait for you to give that a whirl and play that and see what you think, because that was super fun.
Like Toxic.
That one, I think you'd have fun just watching gameplay footage of that one.
Yeah, it looks amazing. All the trailers and everything that I saw. But I know even Toxic Crusaders, like Troma even got them and did a side scroll and beat 'em up. So you have like Toxie, and I forget all the side characters that are on the Toxic Crusaders with them. But, you know, it's got all the crazy 90s bright color cartoon, because that cartoon kicked ass. And so you have all the main baddies, the dude with the forearms and the gas mask thing. But, like, Art the Clown got a side-scroller killer game.
I looked at that. It didn't get great reviews. Not a lot of people were huge fans of it, so I didn't put that one in my list. I did look at it and think about it for a minute, but I do intend to, and it's out now, ironically, the Maximum Collection, the X-Men series.
Yeah.
So the X-Men game that you played in the arcades, that's it's 100%. It's the TMNT collection
just
setup.
With X-Men,
Yeah, the arcade game is their main focus, and you can play online with other folks. It's been, brought up to speed, looks $1 million, but they also have like art galleries and music galleries you can look through of like 5 or 6 other games that they have put out over the years on NES, SNES, and Genesis. Maximum Carnage, Silver Surfer, Captain America, and the Avengers. All these other older games are all in there as a part of a collection, just like the TMNT collection.
Nice. Yeah, I had...
That's only $24 right now.
I had the Sega Genesis X-Men game, and I forget what the fuck. I think it was just called X-Men.
Yeah, it was just X-Men. That was cool, too.
Hard. It was hard. All Sega games, I feel. I mean, when I was like 9, 10 years old, I was just like, Jesus, these are impossible, But
because we didn't have save points back.
Yeah.
We just, you had 3 lives and
and an afternoon.
Skill and will.
Yep.
You couldn't come back an hour or 3 hours or 12 days later and pick up where you left off. You got to start from scratch.
I had something else I wanted to bring up to you before we jump into like any of your weird news stories. And I just had this realization today. So I am also curious about your living situation and if this happens to you. I came to the realization that having a family is a lot like playing a game of Clue. As of now, since my daughter has moved out, I have one less suspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to solve the crimes. I have one less suspect. This is trivial, but this is one of those things I get.
I'm gonna say, so to make you feel a little better before you can jump into this, I'll say my own personal mini case of Clue was who was leaving the goddamn toothpaste in the sink after brushing their teeth and letting that shit get hard and crust up and become a block. And I had 2.5 suspects. Now I just have one, and I know who's doing.
Okay, see? And then you can confront them and be like, yo, don't do that.
You did it in the bathroom with the tooth.
And oddly enough, my crime is a bathroom crime. So, now, longtime listeners, they had to go way back. You and I, we've discussed toilet paper habits and things of this nature. I'm missing the middle rod thing to my toilet paper deal. So the toilet paper always sits on the sink, yo. That's where it lives. It sits on the side of the sink. I'm pure white trash. On the other side of the toilet is our trash can for our bathroom. Somebody uses all the toilet paper and then just leaves that fucking cardboard roll sit on the sink. And then they'll get another roll of toilet paper, but they'll leave that fucking cardboard roll on the sink. My daughter's moved out. So, as of this morning, I'm getting ready for us to do the podcast. I walk into the bathroom and there's a fucking toilet paper roll sitting there. So, I do what I need to do, brush my teeth, do all my hooplery, and I come out of the bathroom and my wife is sitting there and I said, slowly whittling down the suspects. I said, are you the one that's doing this? And she was kind of playful, but she was like, maybe whoever leaves it there is just so busy they don't have time to throw it away. And I'm like, yeah, but they got time to grab another roll of toilet paper and sit it there. So I'm leaning towards it's my wife, but I was like, I hate that. Don't do that. So I always thought it was Jasmine, to be honest with you. I always thought it was my daughter.
This is where we are, folks. We're bitching about toothpaste and toilet paper in our 40s.
Hey, we're in between seasons.
There's nothing more. This is the epitome of dad podcast right here.
Yeah, dad podcast, baby.
It doesn't get any more. Good God, this is where we are.
But in that's some real life shit, dude. Some real life.
It is
frustrating
stuff that it totally gives me motivation. Like, we should just abandon the whole horror movie and movie concept in general and just complain about life.
Just be a morning show like
dad therapy.
We have a local morning show that's out of Omaha, Todd and Tyler. And oddly enough, they have another guy with them, which the show's called Todd and Tyler, but they have another guy with them. And I went to school with him, and he's like their sidekick. But all their episodes are just pretty much explaining life and all the bullshit they go through. Mm-hmm. And I enjoy listening to them quite a bit. But I have a weird thing that happened to me the other day that I want to bring up. Now,
this is what these off shows are going to be now. We're just going to title them Dad Therapies. Dad
Therapy. Well, and this one's weird. This one's an odd thing to me. So I'm new to Reddit, but I have Reddit. And I'm in a couple of Reddit deals. And one of the Reddits that I frequently post in is a Juggalo subreddit. It's a subreddit. One of the subreddits that I post in is a Juggalo subreddit. It's just called Juggalo or Juggalos. And I opened up Reddit the other day, and I'm, scrolling my feed, as it were, and there's a picture of a guy that he's just posted like, hey, I just got off work. I just wanted to say what up. And, gearing up for the weekend, and he had a soda in his hand, and yes, it was a Faygo, but this guy, he had this goofy looking smile on his face, and he was wearing sunglasses. I scrolled right past it, but then I stopped. I had to do a double take. It looked exactly like Irv. It looked exactly like my friend that passed away. I stopped. I scrolled back up. I stared at this fucking picture. It was so weird, dude. It was like a new picture of him. You know what I mean? Like, it was so spot on. And it broke me because it was like he was alive and he posted that. So I had to comment on there and be like, hey, this really caught me off guard. You look exactly like my friend. No offense. Like, you even have the same goofy fucking smile and everything. And, like, it was nice to see this, you know? So thank you. Thank you for posting this. I showed the picture to Megan and I showed the picture to Tyson and they were like, wow, that's crazy, dude. Like, madness. So that's something that's just a weird thing that happened to me. Yeah.
So, since you're new to Reddit, I looked under Juggalo communities. So other subreddits that you might want to be interested in joining are, so we have Juggalo, Juggalettes, NSFW for that one. Juggalos, to Juggalo Love, Juggalo Iceberg, Juggalo Life, LYFE, Juggalo Today, Juggalo Day, Juggalo _views, Juggalo memes, Juggalo Reddit, Wicked Juggalo, Juggalos for Justice,
damn, there's
Juggalo
a lot more.
LGBTQ, Juggalo Gathering, Insane Cringe Posse. That one is interesting. Might look at that one. Juggalo Wrestling, the Juggalo Family, Juggalo Drag.
I'm in Juggalo Wrestling and Juggalo. I believe Juggalo, I think, is the biggest one. But I'm new to Reddit, so I'm trying to figure everything out. And then I'm in like some podcasting groups and I'm in some horror movie groups. And everybody has weird rules about, like, you know.
Oh, moderator rules. Yeah.
Like promoting or whatever. So it's tricky, but I'm trying to get us more on Reddit.
That's why you just don't say it's you. You say, I saw this and thought it fit here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so anybody listening, post our stuff on Reddit.
I am currently, let's see. I'm in a battle with the wife right now on, there's an achievements page for Reddit.
Oh, yeah?
And she does a lot more like, I more or less will lurk. I barely post stuff on there, but she's a big poster. So she's in a lot of the building communities and exploration. Like, I know they have an exploration for banana links. Like, you've scrolled enough, so many pages that it's this many banana links long. I'm currently, I think, at 100,000 bananas. Actually, I'm 123,238 of 500,000 bananas for Banana Legend. But what I am currently
don't know what any of
kicking
that
at,
means.
they have a streak thing. So if you're on Reddit and you engage by upvoting, downvoting, commenting, whatever, there's a streak for that. There's starts, of course, as, oh, it's, you know, a week streak. 10 days, 20 days, 50 days, 75, 100, and just goes up from there. I'm currently on 632 for 700 days in a row. There's 3 other ones to get to. There's the contributing for 2 years straight. There's one called Grass Toucher. That's 800 days in a row.
Damn.
And then the infamous, no one's unlocked this yet, it's legendary, the 1,000-day streak. Tribute to Reddit for 1,000 days as the most adventurous travelers approach this milestone. More of the story will be revealed.
Even social media has fucking achievements.
Yeah, I'm almost to 700 for Reddit.
That's
actually on my second username. When I used to have Reddit is Fun as an app, and I had a different username there, but I couldn't figure out what my password or whatever was, so I had to make another fucking profile a few years ago when I had to switch to just basic Reddit because Reddit is Fun got shut down.
We had one of the only, like, achievement or streaks or whatever, you and I combined, because we talk every day on Snapchat. Our shit was in the, like, thousands.
Like it's been every day since like 2000.
Yeah, it was like 1,000, 1,200.
2,000 or 4,000.
Yeah, it was
I think it may have been 4,000 because it was like since 2020.
Yeah, it was like a crazy number. And then I I got that flu right after Christmas or whenever it was. Yeah, and I was so fucked up and sick that I slept for like 2 days, and then like it gives you one chance to like fix the streak.
Fixed one day,
and then I fixed it one day, and then I stayed sick for like 3 or 4 days, and then we lost our streak. So now we're on like whatever 20 days or 40 days maybe, and then like
27 days.
Yeah, like son of a bitch, and that's just a stupid thing, but it was like it was our thing. You know what I mean? It's like we talk every day. Here's proof that we literally talk every day, no matter what. Like life is getting in the way and fucking everything is whatever. Like we got all kinds of shit we're dealing with. We're still gonna find a way to be like, I'm doing this, whatever. Just touch base right quick. And I got super fucking sick and it ruined everything.
We just had about a week of time where we both got just bogged down with things.
I'm telling you, dude, that Influenza 2 or whatever, the sequel that I got, they said it was worse than COVID, and I believe it because I was fucked up bad.
Well, that might be what they're talking about now. Like they're basically calling it COVID the sequel, but it's been hit in like 25 states, and it's like it's showing that it doesn't show any signs of slowing down with vaccines. Like it's immune to vaccines.
I'm immune, man. Well, now that I've got it once, maybe I won't get it again. But
for 6 months.
Here's how I know that it was bad, because my son is invincible. My son, if he gets sick, he's still himself. He's still running around. He's still be like, I'm sick. My nose is running. I'm gonna run 6 miles or whatever. You know what I mean? Like he's still like in the game, in the mix. He got sick first, and he was like, I can't get out of bed. Like I do not feel right. We went to the doctor. They looked. They did like the swabs. They're like, you got influenza B. Take all this medicine. Don't move. Just sleep. Just rest. And he did. He wouldn't even talk. He had like a notebook, and he'd just be like, need food? You know what I mean? Or whatever. He'd write shit down, and he'd just like, if he came downstairs, he'd like crawl down the steps, like no gusto. And I was like, shit.
I think I had my very that where I didn't quite have that, but I did have a bout where I did have the sorest throat I've ever had in my entire life. Like nothing was relief. And
drinking honey and syrup.
Oh, I would super trooper that shit. I'd be chugging a syrup just to get like just constant. Not even, occasionally if you got a sore throat and, flu-like symptoms, if you sleep for a few hours and you're, through your mouth and shit, you wake up and it's like really kind of tender and sore. And you're like, oh, if I just get a drink of water, I'll feel better. Just imagine that, but nonstop. And nothing was relieving it. I went and got some of that throat spray just to try to get some relief, and it would work for a couple minutes and it'd be back to it again.
You just take the lid off and drink it, gargle with it.
Yeah, I've never had a sore. It's weird to be like, a sore throat really fucked me up, but that sore throat fucked me up.
Imagine being a giraffe with a sore throat. God damn it, anyway. Dude, I'm telling you, you probably did have it because it
was just all in my head though. I didn't feel bad like from the neck down. I was fine, but it was all just a sore throat and my sinuses.
This shit screwed up my equilibrium and everything, dude. Like I was hurting.
Yeah, I didn't have all that. That was all just in the noggin.
Yeah, like you said, maybe you just got like a slight variation of it, and it didn't fully sink its fangs into it.
You got the Metallica CD. I got the cover band that sells their shit in the parking lot after a Metallica show.
Yeah, we're what is Diver Down? A Van Halen cover band? Yeah.
Tribute band.
Yeah, tribute band.
And we only play Van Halen's.
So speaking of outbreaks,
I thought you were gonna be like, did you hear what's going on with Twisted Sister? Speaking of D. Snyder.
Oh yeah, he's in bad shape. He can't go on tour. Well, I mean, also he's
not in bad shape. He's just in his 70s, and he's like, dude, I'm ready to retire and enjoy retirement life with the family.
Yeah.
And apparently the band's like, fuck that. We still want to keep playing. So they brought in Sebastian Bach.
Oh boy.
To play Twisted Sister, and I'm like, I want to hear that, but I don't want to.
I want to catch the train wreck videos. It's kind of like when AC/DC was still touring, and you seen that video of AC/DC, and they suck ass live.
AC/DC, I would probably have Sunny Vision for. Like, no matter how shitty it is in real life, I'm still gonna see Sunny from 1997.
Yeah. It's rough.
I'm gonna have goggles on I'm gonna have ear goggles on.
I saw the footage and I was like, man, just sit down in a rocking chair and have some fucking lemonade, bro. Just chill. But speaking of the influenza or whatever, the outbreak, I think I told you that I finally did. I got to Primate. I watched Primate yesterday or the day before because it's on Paramount Plus. And one of our last podcasts before we took our break, I told you that I saw the trailer for it and it looked really good. So I'll just give you a quick verdict. It's Cujo with a chimpanzee. And it's
terrifying.
So it's a little like Shakma, which I really love Shakma from the 80s. But they were like, hey, let's get that John Carpenter synthwave score. So they got a crazy cool synthwave score. They got a really cool setting because it's in Hawaii. And it's really, really fun. I'm going to buy it on Blu-ray. It was so fun, but it's dumb. Dude, it is dumb. But in the best way. It's one of those movies where you're like, every single one of these people, they're making decisions that make 0 sense. 0 sense. But as long as that chimpanzee kills them, I don't give a fuck. And that's... they pull a Cujo on you. So here's the setup. Rabies makes animals afraid of water. They get agitated when they're around water. That's one of the things. So they all, to get away from the chimp, they jump into the pool. So this chimp is circling the pool, which is it's Cujo, except they were in a car. So you literally have your Cujo set up, and then they have to try and get out of this pool.
Sounds like the finale of It Follows.
Yeah. They got to get out of this pool and get away from this chimpanzee or fight off this chimpanzee. And it's so
I ain't
stupid.
fighting no chimpanzee.
Right, that's right. It's so stupid, but it's so rad at the same time. I don't know, if you like Cujo, but you want it to not be so heavy, I mean, it's because it is Cujo, but it's like...
It's the Return of the Living Dead of rabies animal movies.
There you go. That's perfect. It's fun and it's gory as fuck, dude. Some really nice practical gore. Some kind of iffy CG here and there, but the chimpanzee is a total sell. It looks awesome. Awesome. I think they got a tiny person or whatever you want to say in a suit. I don't know what the proper terminology is. They got a little guy to be in a suit, and then
a little person.
Yeah, there you go, little person. Well, it's not Vern Troyer, that's for sure. But but it's really good, dude. And I don't know if you've seen the trailer for it yet, but you should definitely check out the trailer.
I'll give it a whirl. I've been acquiring new cinema. I've just not been watching too much of the new cinema. I did pick up Predator Badlands. That's probably the only new one that I picked up and actually watched.
Ugh. You watched it?
I did.
Did you throw it out your window?
No, I actually really like Predator Badlands.
Ooh.
I'll put it right there with Predator, Predator 2, Predator Badlands, and then Prey.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here saying it's better than Prey. Badlands can suck a fart straight out of my ass. Holy God. Some angsty pussy teenage predator.
I was fine with it. Well, he is a Disney character now.
I don't need... Yeah, it's fucking Pocahontas. I don't need it. That's... So my buddy Kyle messaged me, and he was like, dude, I think he really liked Badlands too. And he's like, I think You know, we need more stuff like that. And I was like, no, I don't. He's a monster. I don't like. Okay, so let's say they did that with Alien. Like, I don't need a fucking mama queen alien dropping off its xenomorph baby, you know, packing it a lunch, and you know, I don't need it with its hat on sideways and telling stupid jokes, and like I don't want any of that humanity. I don't want any of that personality in my predators.
I did listen to a review of the movie, and they did bring up an aspect that I was like, you know what, that's the smart route to go, and it does show the difference. Is the folks that made Badlands realized the Predator is their Arnold Schwarzenegger. There is no point in making a movie where the thing people are there to see is barely there, or there as the villain. Everyone is there to see the Predator.
Except they want to see him as a villain.
But to make the Predator be the star, make him the Arnold Schwarzenegger of the film, is what made it successful. Nobody's interested. They've tried this. We have a few other Predator movies they've tried to make, and they have okay aspects, but they've done that concept where it's a group of people and trying to bring in actors. They're like, hey, you know these people, you think they're funny. You seen this guy as the Punisher, he was fun, and have them take on these Predators, and it's still this is like, that's because what do they want? They want to see the Predator. Make the Predator the star. Then there you go. That's the way to do it. That's the aspect that makes it successful.
I disagree. Because, I mean, what needs
Box office numbers ain't going to disagree with you, though, sir.
That's just because Disney. But, I mean, you can go see it and spend your money, but then be disappointed. Because, like, The Predator, garbage. And it was garbage because the script was garbage. Predators actually kicks ass. That's a Rodriguez. That's a good cast. That movie fucking nailed it. We don't
I saw Predators. I've never had a motivation to watch it again since.
It's awesome. But, like, you don't need... Case in point would be Freddy and Jason. Like, look at the diminishing returns of when they were like, you know what? People are only here to see Freddy. So, you know, make him the forefront. Who cares about everything else? Make him a little more goofy. Make him whatever. And then, like, they just dip in quality. The Predator is a monster. The Predator is the bad guy. No one wants to get to know him. We want good characters that he's up against. It's a slasher formula with muscles.
It is, but is he really the bad guy, though? He doesn't kill unarmed. He doesn't kill pregnant women. Doesn't go after anyone that isn't, worthy of a fight. He is a big game hunter. They do have an honor system code. That's even established in the first movie.
Yeah.
So, is he really... He doesn't really do anything different from there that he's doing in this new movie. It's still, even though the blood isn't red,
except he
don't have any skinned corpses.
So he's a CGI pussy in a PG-13 movie, man. He's
just as brutal in that as he is in any of the other movies.
I disagree. And I and we brought this up before. Audiences always say, we want something different. We want something different. And then you give them something different and they don't like it. Because they don't. We want Predator. We want the OG Predator just repackaged. And repackaged properly. And that's why Predators did good. And that's why it is good. Because it is just Predator repackaged for the 2000s crowd. You don't
same vein. I haven't watched it yet, but it is another movie I've acquired, and I'm curious if you got to it yet. I imagine not, otherwise I would have heard about it. But The Running Man is one I picked up recently.
I have not gotten to it. I've had people badger me.
As well as Anaconda.
I've walked past Anaconda. I'm not buying that. I am not buying Anaconda.
I stuck the knife in your back, sir. I looked and saw they had both Anaconda and Good Boy, and I was like, you know what? I want to try Anaconda first.
I mean, you're in the mood for something fun, something light. Good Boy is not light, but Good Boy is perfection. 100%
I'm sure
perfection.
I'll acquire it eventually, but
if I had the digital code,
first run go through.
If I would have had the digital code, you would have had it, but it did not come with a digital code, which is kind of a bummer. But Good Boy is rad, especially with the special features, because they show you It's a husband and wife and their dog. And obviously their dog is not like a trained actor dog. It's just a dog that didn't know it was in a movie. So it took them, they say 2 years to film this movie because it was just them, because they couldn't have
14 dog years.
They couldn't have extra crew and whatever because it would distract the dog. So it was just husband and wife doing everything. And it's a very isolated, haunting movie, but it's all from the dog's perspective. And it's crazy low budget. So there's a few things that don't look super great. They're like flash in the pan real quick, like a broken window. They have a dog jump through a window, and one angle looks really good, and then another angle, it's CGI glass because they couldn't have the dog jump through a window. So that's literally the only shot, and it's like 3 seconds, and you go, that's a little rough, you know. But again, it's a movie made on like a tape head ass budget, so you're like, I commend you. Really good.
I'll let it slide.
Yeah, you got to let something like that slide. But I'm really curious what you think of the movie when you finally do watch it, because we're pet people, you know, and having companions, and it's a really kind of like an unfortunate story, but told from a dog's perspective. And again, like we said with In a Violent Nature, it's like, why didn't we just think about putting the camera behind the killer before? Why didn't we think about just putting the camera behind the dog or only on the dog? It's taken this long, however long movies have existed, and we nailed it. They nailed it.
Well, somebody had to eventually.
Mm-hmm. I did order two movies. And one of them will be here today, and then the other one is going to be here in like 4 or 5 days. Megan really wanted to see, I think it's called Beneath the Silver Lake or Under the Silver Lake or something. And it has to do with like, I'm pretty sure it has to do with like Hollywood elites and like weird secret societies. And it's one of them conspiracy theory ass movies, you know, that she's into. And then the other movie that we'll get here today is called Off Ramp, that I ordered, that I've been wanting to see for a while. And so I'm probably going to be watching that once we commence recording, if it has shown up in the mail. So I'm pretty excited.
I am imagining that me and my youngest will be going to see Super Mario World when it comes out, because we saw the previous one in the theater.
Yeah, you're gonna go see it in that bomb ass monster theater.
We'll probably try to do the 4D showing again, because you have to be so tall to get into that, so that eliminates all the little kids from being in the theater with us.
I like that.
So that was the smart route to go for that.
Is that so the seats don't crush them and kill them?
Yeah, because them seats are moving and blowing air and shit. Like, yeah, you got to be of a certain age and height to make it into that theater.
Must be this tall to watch. I love it.
Yeah, you do, man. You fucking do. You sit in them things and you'll find out.
Ejector seats.
Ejecto-cito, cuz. And then because it's coming out like 5 or 6 days before my birthday hits, I decided, well, I guess I'm going to do that for my birthday. I'm going to go, I ordered me up a shirt. A cheap ass He-Man shirt, born like made in '83, just like me, and I'm gonna wear that shit to the theater and either the 4D or the 3-story screen.
Yes,
one or the other, and I'm gonna spend turning 43 watching the new Masters of the Universe movie, which I think looks pretty good.
Looks pretty solid. Can't front.
Not a fan of Jared Leto, but luckily we can't see his face as Skeletor, so I'll take it.
That's what I'm saying.
Idris Elba as Man at Arms. I'm like, that's great. That's fucking great. The dude that plays He-Man pulls off from the trailers, in my opinion, pulls off the dual look. Most of the time, you either have somebody that's really good at playing Bruce Wayne, but not great at Batman, or really good at Batman and they're kind of on Bruce Wayne. Mm-hmm. This guy, to me, really pulls off the just pushover lackadaisical, goofy Prince Adam.
Yeah.
His everyday life on Earth, but I like they had to include Earth in some shape or form.
Right.
Just like the last movie. But once he is He-Man, he just transforms into fucking He-Man to me.
I will say this. That's the one aspect, and I'm never going to be happy with that, though. You know what I mean? Like, the one aspect is when he's He-Man, he should have been way more jacked. But I have, we come from the era of Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and one of them was literally one of them was literally Mr. Universe. Like, you have to be an absolute freak to be that big. But I just have that in my head of like He-Man and the action figures and the cartoon of like, shouldn't his biceps be like fucking 28 inches? Shouldn't they? You know what I mean? But like, he looks good. I'm not gonna diss on it because he's a jacked dude, but it's like, he's not an action figure come to life.
Go bigger.
Yeah, like what's his name in the Double Dragon movie when he turns into you know what I mean? Ugly.
Dolph in the original. You gave that guy lines?
Yeah. Even Dolph is too small, to be He-Man. He was awesome though. I can't front. But
I hope he has a cameo somewhere in this.
Oh, I'm sure.
I hope Frank Langella is too.
He told you he'd be back.
I've been waiting since 1987 for his ass to come back. I hope that's a post-credit scene. He comes back up. I'm back.
Yes.
I was gonna say I hope he's just like the boss of Adam when he's on Earth, and hopefully he says that shit like, I heard he was on vacation. I'm back.
Where's your mother, Mr. Brower? Where's your father, Mr. Brower?
Murderer.
Yeah, murderer.
Massacre.
Fucking brain scan reference, deep cut. Speaking
Snake
of
Islander.
Dude, speaking of theaters, you and I don't think we've talked about this, which is weird why we haven't. The new Scary Movie? Let's fucking go. Did you see the trailer for it?
I've seen bits of the trailers, but I really kind of jumped off after 2. I thought after the Exorcist sequence in part 2, it kind of started to slip, and then the Naked Gun guys took it over, and I was like, that should still be good. And then 3, 4, 5, I was like, they started just turning into epic movie, date movie,
yeah, well,
whatever the fuck it is. So I was like,
here,
even if they're doing that thing, like, we're bringing the originals back, it's a Wayans production again, and I'm like,
Wayans are not gonna fuck it up, and Wayans have already. The new generation is irritated. They're already complaining, like they want it. They want Scary Movie 6 canceled because it's so offensive. The trailer's offensive, and that just takes me back 20 years to going, yeah, they've always pushed the envelope. That's why Scary Movie 3 and 4 and 5 and they're not as good, because they don't have that. I mean, they have potty humor, but they don't have that Wayans, a little bit of social commentary stuck in there, that Rusty Cundiff Tales from the Hood type
those
of
sequels.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about OG Tales from the Hood. Like, let me say something.
Yeah,
but
OG Tales from the Hood is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest ever. And you wouldn't think it with the poster and title, like kind of like RoboCop, like that shouldn't work, but it does.
But it does.
Then you get to the sequel, and it's like, oh, these are fucking.
Yeah, RoboCop 2, 3 remake. But I'm telling you, man.
I haven't watched the remake, but I do own the remake.
Ugh, I gave it one go. Not a fan. But this Scary Movie 6, I'm so on board. Horror is in a weird place again, just like it was in the.
It lives in a weird place.
Yeah, in the 2000s, in the early 2000s, when Scary Movie came out, and it just was perfect. It was a perfect commentary on everybody just wishing they were Scream, ripping off Scream. And the meta horror. And now we're like in this weird gore for the sake of gore. So they're going after Terrifier. They're going after Megan. They're going after everything. And I'm excited. I'm so fucking excited, dude.
And I'm here just like, I'm waiting for Elm Street to get its wind again.
I don't know.
Where's my Elm Street movie coming? When's my Elm Street game coming? One of these days, man. It's got to be coming up. It's about the only goddamn thing left.
Yeah.
We've gotten Jason, we've gotten Myers, we've had Texas Chainsaw, we've had Evil Dead, and I'm still sitting there like, Elm Street's my jam. I'm waiting for that shit to get its renaissance.
Yeah, I don't know when. I think if so, here's my hope, because we've gotten news, little tidbits here and there, that Friday the 13th TV series is filming. It's happening. We've seen active screenshots. So we know that it is in production. Here's the hope. It picks up steam, that series does well. We get an Elm Street series. I think that's, if they're going to try and breathe life into it, they're going to look back at the playbook and go, well, that reboot with Jackie Earl Haley did not do us any favors. So Friday the 13th TV series is doing good. What if we adapt Elm Street into that type of format? We get a whole series of the Springwood slasher. At least a first season of a Springwood slasher. And then we can move into Freddy territory if we want, if it does good. But if it doesn't do good, we at least get one season of Springwood slasher, ending on him getting burnt, which would fucking kick ass. And I think we'd be...
That was the hopes we had when the Friday the 13th game hit was, all right, Elm Street should be around the corner.
Yeah. Well, let's
10 years later, we're...
Yeah, let's just see, man.
16 years later, if you're talking the 2010 movie, still waiting on those.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. So
that's all we can do.
That's my hope.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Would you like a little bit of bizarre and weird news I've acquired to wrap things up on today's Catch 'em Up?
Yeah, sure. Let's take a look at what the fuck is going on.
What the fuck is going on? Anything new? What the fuck is going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused.
We have an urban mountain lion. Residents in San Francisco's Pacific Heights were surprised by a 77-pound mountain lion roaming the neighborhood.
Okay. Just
Be on the
roaming
lookout
around.
Like, is that a giant dog? Oh, that's a big fucking lion.
Yeah, no,
Urban lion.
We have mountain lions around us sometimes.
Yeah. Here, the new record breaker. We talked about the 234 Michael Myers in Boston. In Japan, there's a record 230 people that have been killed or injured by bears since April 2025.
That is a lot of bear deaths in a year.
In 1 year.
What are you doing?
Black bears are responsible for most of the attacks as they enter town. The black bear has entered the town.
So you don't want to live on the town border. Yeah, or at least get a big ass fence.
I don't have to tell you where this is. Well, it's in the story, but it's like nothing more America, nothing more Florida than this story. Toilet lawsuit. Michael Green is suing an Outback Steakhouse in Ocala, Florida, after the toilet in the handicapped stall shattered beneath him.
What are these chairs made out of? Steel? How fucking fat are you, dude? I draw the line. Okay, those are engineered. They are crafted. If you're shattering a toilet, it's time to fucking put down the pizza, dog.
Yeah, when it's gonna be like money conscious to put in like prison style toilets or just metal hole in the ground. What are these people doing in these bathrooms?
Yeah, that's some one man, one jar type shit too. Because if it shatters underneath you, it's porcelain. That's not gonna be real good on you.
Those toilets, the ones in like restaurants and department stores and stuff, those aren't like toilets at home. Those are things that are fucking anchored into the wall, and really whoosh, you could fucking drop a 10-pounder in there and
Yeah.
it's gonna handle it just fine.
They are
Those you
meant
could
for
flush-
abuse.
Yeah, you can flush whole janitor sets of keys down them motherfuckers. and
Whole
they'll be
rotisserie
fine.
chickens. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be its own deal. We're gonna go to Sam's Club and drop mini rotisserie chickens in the toilet. How many before we clog it?
1, 2, 3, 3 rotisserie chickens.
I'm assuming this happens a lot. One of the reasons why it sounds like a cool idea, but I'll probably never have the nerve or money to do it. Skydiving mishap. A skydiver in an unspecified location doesn't make it any less terrifying there. He could be next door to you.
That's right. Maybe he lived next door to you.
He became entangled on an airplane's tail, forcing them to dangle 15,000 feet in the air.
Nope.
That coincides super nicely with your Danny Hassel interview where he was talking about
Clipping the door on the way out. Yeah.
Yeah, and being upside down and spiraling. It's like, geez.
Dude, all I could think of when he was telling me that story was Arnold in Eraser. Like, oh, dude. That's actively, like, I was picturing it, and I was like, that's not good. That's not good.
Well, that's not good.
No.
Okay, here's the big story of the fucking week. And
Okay.
The wife and I are having a debate/bet if this will be the most bug nut story of the year or not. I think there's going to be something that's going to come out that's going to top. But this
Okay.
is pretty fucking out there. Dayton Weber. Have you heard of this guy's name?
I have
Dayton
not
Weber?
heard this name.
You will hear this put to him constantly, what his profession. Dayton Weber, a 27-year-old quadriplegic professional cornhole player. This is a dude who has 4 nubs. He
Okay.
has nothing, like a little bit past the shoulder on his arms, and
Well, at least
2
he's
nubs for
not
legs.
playing a sport.
He was arrested this past week. You can see his mugshot smirking. He was arrested for allegedly shooting a man during an argument while driving a Tesla. Had 2 other people apparently in the car with him, and he asked them to get the body out of the car. They took off running. Somehow this quadriplegic man who shot a dude in his car disposed of the body on a random person's front lawn, took off, was apprehended later, but has YouTube channels where he's firing crossbows, and you see him with his little nub firing a pistol.
Wow.
And I don't care where or how you watch or read about this gentleman, you will hear every single time how he is a cornhole champion. I don't know why that's relevant to the story. You could
Makes him super rad because he can throw a fucking beanbag with his little nub.
It's just the crime in and of itself is a mind boggle.
So when you started describing it, I was like, so his Tesla was self-driving, and then I was picturing him doing a drive-by, which still I don't understand how he's firing a gun out a window, but he killed someone who was in his passenger seat of his car.
Yeah, and there is reports that this came in last night, lying in bed. The wife leaned over, as she does at night, cruising through her subreddits, and that there was an interview with his ex-girlfriend, because of course he has an ex, that heard the story and said, doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, he was going to shoot somebody someday.
So that leads me to think that he's an abusive quadriplegic
Headbutts
cornhole
all
champion
day.
who murders people in his front seat and then somehow throws. I like, did he just have the car, like, was he like open the passenger door and just like taking sharp turns? And what the fuck is up with the family that goes out to get the morning mail and there's a corpse in the front?
Yeah, there's a lot of head scratching things happening in this story.
That is like it is right there at like a Weekly World News level title.
It really is, because it's like
Quadriplegic cornhole champion murderer
with a gun whilst driving.
And you can see YouTube videos of him firing the guns and the cross. He's like, I'm going hunting today. Like, I don't know what the fuck for, but okay.
Hunting for some new arms and legs, maybe. Jesus.
But this story has just been
It's sweeping the
wildfire.
nation, apparently, and I've just been living under a rock.
That's why I was like, this is so widespread. I bet there's a chance he's heard of it, but I know him pretty well. There's also a pretty damn good chance he has not.
So
But
yeah,
this has just been everywhere.
the thing
People
about-
talking about the story.
the thing about me is I really try hard. I go out of my way to not know anything. Which sounds like, ignorance is bliss, man. And I'm already like kind of a teeter on the borders of depression a lot. So if I live in my own little world where I don't pay attention to news headlines or politics and things of that nature, I'm a lot happier. But I'm glad when shit like this gets brought to my attention because this puts a smile on my face. And now I'm just waiting for all the true crime channels that I watch to actually cover this in great detail.
Oh, it is a matter of minutes.
Wait for the Lifetime movie. We got to find a paraplegic actor to play this guy.
It was funny because like literally the next day we were watching Return of the Living Dead, and we see that quadriplegic that's eating the paramedic's brain, and like all I could think of is that's a cornhole champion right there.
Yeah, look at how nimble he moves on the rainy hill.
Yeah,
It will never not be funny.
You will, I almost guarantee, now that it's been verbalized and it's somewhere in your house, a device has been listening, it's going to pop up in your YouTube recommendations there. You're going to see the quadriplegic killer.
My phone's sitting right over there, and obviously we're on microphones and we're attached to a computer. So, but yeah, that's bananas, as the kids say. I think the kids say bananas. I don't know. That's madness.
That's one of the two biggest stories going on right now. That's an out there one. The other one that I just saw the other night that apparently I wasn't really aware of, but is another big story, is I don't know why people decided Houston was the place to go to for spring break, but there's been talks of a good maybe 3 million people that flocked to Houston, Texas for spring break, and record numbers of STDs are coming back with people.
Well.
They're saying in a week, the guesstimation is 42,000 people with new STDs.
You know what they say.
Ranging all the way from, I think, HIV, a 17% increase, to gonorrhea and herpes being 79% increase.
They say spring break forever. So if you now it is forever. Herpes are forever. Just grow your pubes out.
I was just like, why? Of anywhere, I was like, Houston.
I mean, it's warm. Go somewhere warm.
But I was like, I would think somewhere with a beach.
Yeah,
I would think, somewhere in Florida. But Florida's just become more of the meth old person cesspool of the world, and it didn't have it doesn't have the glamour I felt it did in the late 80s.
Oh yeah, well, the cocaine glamour. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Florida to me used to seem like the vacation place to be. There was Hawaii and then there was Florida.
Yeah.
You couldn't go to Hawaii, you go to Florida, and you kind of almost can get the same effect.
Yeah, it's the same, except you don't get beat up by local. I mean, you probably do get beat up by locals now in Florida.
Or, then there's the Jersey Shore, something like that. But it's it's right there with in the movie Yes Man, where he's yeah, I can't imagine a fun-filled vacation in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Hey, Lincoln's not so bad.
No, Lincoln's fine, but I'm just as puzzled by that is just as weird to me as Houston.
Yeah.
For spring break.
Oh, hey.
Nowhere in Texas to me seems like that's the place to be for spring break.
So by the time this comes out, I don't know when I'll drop it because I'll probably edit it tomorrow, whatever. It doesn't matter, but this is an insider tidbit for you. So first of all, number one, my wife went to a tattoo convention yesterday. Randomly, Robert Mukes was there. So she met Robert Mukes and got his autograph. You know what's funny? She didn't realize he wasn't in Devil's Rejects. So she was like, I like Devil's Rejects better. Because she thought he was Rufus in both movies. And I was like, remember they replaced him with Tyler Mane, a bigger guy? But either way, that's besides the point. We are very close with the people who run the Villisca Axe Murder House. My wife's cousin used to be the person who ran it. Now
he's on one of those bonus features for a movie talking, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Sinister?
It might be, but he doesn't own that place anymore. Some other people took over, and it just so happens that because it's a small world, we're also close with those people. We got the inside tip, homie. None other than Kane Hodder is going to be in Villisca at the Axe Murder House not too many days from now. So I may be having to make a trip to my hometown.
That's not a maybe, sir. If you're not there with recording equipment in hand, all night with Kane Hodder, I'm leaving the show permanently.
So yeah, Mr. Kane
I'm
Hodder
never coming back.
is coming to Villisca, Iowa, of all places, which, it obviously has its notoriety for the reason, which is why he's there, because there's no other reason you're going to go to Villisca, Iowa, so you can check out the dollar store.
I can't wait to hear his thoughts about those stairs. If I had trouble on those stairs, though, let's see what Kane thinks about it.
He's going to take a tumble. The ghost is going to push him. But I'm
going to catch Kane at the bottom of it, just like Michael Myers.
Now, I'm not sure why specifically. I don't know if there's a new ghost hunting show that he's...
he just likes doing that shit.
Yeah.
He went to the same place in Louisville that the wife and I went to.
That jail?
No, the sanatorium,
the
Waverly Hills down there.
Yeah. Oh, is that when you got in the jail cells though? The cells?
No, the jail cells. That was the Missouri state pen. I want to say not Joplin,
which was also supposedly haunted. Yes.
Yeah, that one we had some experiences there, but I've seen YouTube videos where Kane's gone to Waverly Hills and toured around. With it. So that's just something he's fucking into.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure if it was for his podcast or if there was like a new show or if it was just him wanting to come check it out. It might
be. So I just think he's into that shit, so he's just gonna go to it.
So there is a chance that if it's his podcast, then that would also mean Felissa Rose and Tiffany Shepis, because they're Casualty Friday is the name of their podcast. But I'm going to get more concrete information, and I will be relaying it to you, good sir, because you're going to be down here at a certain point. We're going to figure out a date when you're going to be here, but it would be kind of awesome if it happened to coincide and we just crashed some... Hey, Kane. We just run into him at Casey's. We're like all decked out in Friday the 13th gear. We're like, hey, we knew you were going to be here. You don't want to get accosted or molested by the locals. You better stick with us. We know a thing or two about this place here.
I buy donuts from here.
Yes. They have the best pizza in the Midwest. Let's go to war.
Best in Mexico. I kind of doubt that.
Yeah, I kind of doubt that. I'm going to finish this bottle, and I'm going to bust it over his melon fucking head. 2 from Dusk Till Dawn references, deep cut. But that's awesome paraplegic murderer news to wrap this podcast up.
Yeah, speaking of Kane Hodder, the quadriplegic murder news.
Well, maybe we have Kane Hodder beat this quadriplegic to death.
What's your thoughts on this case, Kane?
Put him in a sleeping bag and beat him up against a tree. Throw him like a cornhole.
I don't think you might as well put him in a tote bag.
Oh, Jesus
Like in
Christ.
a doggy bag, to-go bag.
Yeah.
Styrofoam container.
So does he walk or does he roll? You know what I'm saying? Some people with nubs, like that one dude in Return of the Living Dead, he can waddle.
I think he nub run.
Okay. Now here's the other weird thing about that I just thought of. Before we go, I'm gonna wrap it up on this thought.
I gotta get this out there.
I do. Yeah. Since he's upright and he's walking on his nubs, if he has any sort of package at all, that's got to be uncomfortable. I'm just thinking about, you're running on a nub. Now, even if you're average, on a hot day, your nuts are drooping down. I'm just worried about the carpet burn, the constant nuts bouncing off of the ground. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were trying to say his sack was probably the equivalent of the heel on my foot.
It might be,
callus.
Bro. It might be, but I mean,
callus balls.
So if I had nubs like that, I think I'd rather roll than walk because, the tip of your dick's gonna get all fucking scuffed up. Your nuts are not gonna be. I mean, all that, everything that's hanging down, your mushroom cap's toast. That's not good. And now I've got that mental picture in my head of trying to figure out how this dude traverses.
It's like mid thigh, I think, is how far down it goes. So he's got, unless he is really got the fucking dong of dongs that he needs a blood transfusion to maintain consciousness with an erection, I think he's going to be fine.
The Lord works in mysterious ways. Takes his arms and legs, probably left him with John Holmes. You know what I'm saying? Pogo
he got
stick.
one leg.
Yep. Kickstand. That's what we used to call him in the gym shower. That's gross, but I suppose.
He's a record player. Put a lady on him and spin her and hear the noises she makes.
We need a paraplegic with Bridget the Midget. Can we still call her Bridget the Midget? Because that was her porn name.
I think things get hairy.
That's a good way to
in
put
the literal and metaphorical sense.
Yes,
in that realm.
And I suppose on those odd notes, we should probably get going.
Oddball.
After all, there's a lot of movies out there, and somebody's got to watch them. So why not us, right?
Cornhole ball.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You'll be dead by done. Just like that.